Hi, this is Reddit Confessions channel. I always imagined that when a marriage ended, it would be loud. Screaming, crying, someone slamming a door while the other one begged them to stay. But that's not how it happened for me. There was no explosion, no final fight, no shouting across the kitchen. When the end came, it was silent. No grand betrayal. Just a quiet realization that I had already lost her long ago. My name is Ryan, and I was married to Leah for nearly 18 years. We had a life, a family, a home built from scratch. We raised a son together. We traveled, laughed, cried, and made all the promises people make when they think forever is real. I thought our marriage was strong. I really did. Not perfect, nothing is, but solid. At least, that's what I believed. Until I began to notice things. Not big things. Small ones. The kind that are easy to explain away. Until they're not. Leah started coming home later than usual. She started laughing more, just not with me. She looked at her phone too often and smiled too much when she thought I wasn't looking. But the real sign. The silence. Our home used to be filled with small moments. How was your day? Come taste this soup. Did you see what our son posted? And then, it wasn't. The conversations died off, one by one, until we only spoke when we had to. Even the way she looked at me changed. Not angry. Not distant. Worse than that, indifferent. 2. A stranger in her eyes. One evening I came home early. The house was dimly lit, but I could hear her voice from the kitchen. Not her usual voice. Not the dry tone she reserved for me these days. She was laughing. Light, sweet, familiar. That was my laugh. Or at least it used to be. I walked into the kitchen. She was sitting at the table, phone in hand, smiling in a way I hadn't seen in years. When she saw me, her face flickered panic, then a false calm. "Hey," she said, casually flipping her phone screen down. "You're home early." I wasn't. She just didn't expect to see me. "Who were you talking to?" I asked, keeping my voice level. She hesitated. A fraction of a second. "Enough. No one. Just a friend." The first lie. 3. The pattern from that day on. I watched her closely. Not in a jealous or obsessive way, just as a man trying to figure out whether his life was still real. She started dressing up for errands. Wearing perfume when she was just going to the store. Lingering in the bathroom far longer than usual. Flipping her phone screen down every time I entered the room. But it wasn't just the actions. It was the absence. She had stopped touching me. Stopped looking at me with the softness I remembered. She had become a version of herself I didn't recognize and didn't know if I ever truly had. 4. The moment it all changed, it happened on a Wednesday. I had forgotten my wallet at home and returned 5 minutes after leaving. I came in through the side door, heading for the kitchen, and I heard her voice. "I miss you too," she whispered. One wish last night didn't have to end. I stopped in my tracks. She was on the phone. She hadn't heard me yet. Her fingers were idly playing with her wedding ring, sliding it off, then on again. Like she didn't know whether she wanted to keep wearing it. I didn't say a word. I didn't burst in or demand answers. I just turned around and walked out. And in that moment, I knew I had already lost her. 5. The quiet decision. I didn't confront her that night, or the night after. I simply started planning. I began packing things slowly. Important documents. A few clothes. My passport. Things it'd need to disappear. I didn't want revenge. I didn't want her to suffer. I just wanted out. Wanted peace. 2 weeks later, I got it. Because 2 weeks later, she made a mistake. She left her phone on the kitchen counter while she was in the shower. Unlocked. Face up. A message lit up. "I can't stop thinking about last night. You're incredible." There it was. Proof. No more wondering. No more denial. I didn't pick up the phone. I didn't read more. I didn't go upstairs. Instead, I took the suitcase I had hidden in the garage zipped it shut, and walked out the door. She came downstairs just as I was leaving, her hair wet, her face confused. "Where are you going?" I looked at her. Really looked. "I know," I said simply. Her face crumbled. She opened her mouth to speak, but I didn't give her the chance. "I'm done." And then I left. 6. Disappearing in plain sight. That was the last time I saw her. She called, of course, then texted, then emailed. The first few messages were angry. "You don't just leave like that. We need to talk." Then came the apologies. "I'm sorry. Please talk to me. I made a mistake. I didn't mean to hurt you." But I didn't answer. Not once. Because I realized something. I hadn't disappeared from her. She had disappeared from me a long time ago. And now I was free. 7. The weight I carried. People think heartbreak is a single moment. One scream, one discovery, one betrayal. But the truth, it's a slow unraveling. A series of quiet breaks. 1,000 small disappointments stacked on top of each other until they finally collapse. She didn't destroy our marriage in one night. She did it in whispers. In the lies she didn't tell. In the truths she buried. In the way she slowly, gradually, stopped choosing me. 8. A new chapter begins. I moved to towns over. New apartment. New job. New life. It was quiet, but it was mine. No more waiting up. No more pretending. No more looking at a stranger across the dinner table and calling it love. She still tried to find me. Mutual friends said she was asking around, that she was spiraling, crying, saying she made a mistake. But I didn't go back. Not once. Because I knew this now. She wasn't sorry for what she did. She was sorry for what she lost. 9. Closure isn't always a conversation. One day, an email came through. Subject line, blank, just one sentence. "I don't know how to live with what I did to you." I stared at it for a long time. And for the first time since I left, I smiled. Not from joy. From peace. I didn't reply. What was there left to say? I wasn't her comfort anymore. I wasn't her soft place to land. I was her consequence. 10. The final goodbye. Months later, she showed up. I opened the door and there she was. She looked tired. Hello. Like someone who hadn't slept in weeks. "Please," she whispered. "Just 5 minutes." I didn't move. Didn't invite her in. "What do you want, Leah?" "I just need you to know I'm sorry," she said. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. I nodded. "I know." Her voice cracked. "Is there any chance?" "No," I said, quietly. "There isn't." And then I closed the door. For good. 11. Peace. Sometimes, love doesn't end in a blaze. Sometimes, it dies in the silence of all the things that were never said. In the nights you go to sleep feeling invisible. In the mornings you wake up knowing they've already let go of you. But when you finally walk away, when you choose yourself, there's a peace that follows. A deep, steady peace. I don't hate her. I don't wish her pain. But I won't go back. Because now I know what it means to be free. And no apology is worth giving that up.